What's good, Xenoverse 2 players? To the 5 people that's gonna watch this, this is Stormblaze, the best female Earthling in the game, coming at you with kind of like a what would I call it? Like a how to PvP kind of tips and tricks on how to get better at PvP in this game, because you know it's pretty fun, and I tend to teach a lot of people this game, and I'm just making this video that way that I don't have to repeat myself on like small things like, oh, how do you combo this, or how do you get so much damage, you know? I get a lot of questions from well, my friends and random people, like, how do you do this, how do you do that? And I just, you know, I don't want to repeat myself again and again, even though I do repeat myself because that's who I am. But anyway, but yeah, it's gonna be in kind of an order of like, first I'm gonna be doing the simple tips, you know, like conserve your stamina, and yeah, and then it's gonna go on to more advanced tips that even, I guarantee, even higher tier players don't know, because I mean, I do things that that high tier players that they're like, whoa, what's going on there, and they don't know. But anyway, let's go into it. Okay, first thing, and yes, this is a very simple tip, but again, these first tips are going to be for like newer players. So anyway, for newer players that are doing PvP and just, you know, got into it and is like, you know what, I want to do this. For ultimates specifically, don't use them. Just for real, don't use them. I mean, obviously, as you go, you're gonna realize that there are some ultimates that you could just, you know, cheese out and throw out and stuff, but I see a lot of, obviously, new players, they wanna, you know, they wanna throw out an ultimate and be like, oh, it's 7,000 damage, yada yada. But think of it this way, ultimates are only used for looks, right? So if you only use them if you have your opponent stamina broken, and if you know it's gonna hit, and to know if it's gonna hit, just use it in training mode and see if it hits after a knockback while they're stamina broken, you know? But other than that, unless it's one of the like top top ultimates that you could just throw out there, like super key explosion or just this combination, unless it's one of those, one that you know is gonna be like, oh, I throw this out and I'm gonna be safe, just don't use it. Just think of it as ultimates are 80% of the time useless unless you're disrespecting for looks, you know? Tip number 2, also very obvious, conserve your stamina. Now, I know for one I don't have to say this, even maybe to newer players, because they're like, I mean, once you get the idea of the game, oh, take some damage so you, you know, get stamina, you trade health for stamina. But even top players, as soon as you breathe, like most players, as soon as you even like, you know, you poke them, you touch them, you breathe on them, they're using that stamina. And this game has been out for how long? So many years. Dude, people are still immediately frame 1 vanishing, and they're using up their stamina, and they're getting to the last bits of stamina, and they're immediately limit bursting. I don't know why I see even top players do it. It's so stupid to me. If you do that, I'm gonna think lesser of you, and I'm not gonna care if I cheese you out of a win, because, dude, just, come on. This game's been out for forever. Conserve your stamina. Take some hits. I know it's hard. So, side tip from this one, if you want to take hits, don't take ultimates maybe, like if they're finished with the combo, or, okay, how about this, don't take the last hit of a combo, because I've had so many times at which I would conserve my stamina and I would just fall out, you know, because they're trying too hard to key blast and stuff, and they're trying to do so much, and I just drop out, and then I'm like, okay. So at the end of the match, I get more stamina than them, and I'm doing more damage because I'm not dropping them out. But Anyway, yeah, conserve your stamina more. Easy peasy tip, okay. Third thing, learn your stamina breaks. Now, I know even for medium players, oh, that's easy. You know, it's my character, I already know them. But learn stamina breaks for characters, for your character, very important. But in addition, I'm going to expand on it. Learn all stamina breaks. And to do that, obviously, you're going to go into training mode and learn them. Now, you're probably thinking, okay, how do I learn them? Without learning just the easy one, you know, the combo that goes behind my opponent. So what you're gonna want to set it to is you go into training mode and you set the CPU to guard from start. And what that is gonna do is it's gonna have the opponent take some hits and then guard afterwards. And then it's gonna let you know, like, what's a true stamina break. Like you're hitting them and then you throw out a stamina break and then they guard it. Well, that's how you do it. Guard from start. It's a wonder. But in addition, you want to learn all your stamina breaks. Mostly the ones that work in training mode. I don't like the ones that work only offline. But anyway, you're gonna want to learn all your stamina breaks. Reason for it is because, like, what if they're about to get your stamina break, and the thing that determines if you win or lose is if you can get that immediate stamina break. Well, you need to learn the ones that are really fast, the ones that go bah, and then stamina break. Just you press a button and then it goes into stamina break. Now, side tip, a lot of characters in this game, you could just press Y into a stamina break and it'll stun them long enough. And in addition, if that isn't the case, then you could just do X, Y, and then stamina break. And most characters, it will work also. Anyway, yeah. Now, fourth thing is have kind of a plan. When you're starting out, let's say you're a noob or just even medium, have sort of, you know, a game plan. And what I mean by that is, a lot of people, like, they'll drop combos, they'll get to the end of the combo and they'll be like, oh wait, oh shit, what do I do again? You know? Have a plan. Like, after you do a combo finisher, or do one move that combos into another move, or just, you know, do Key Blast Cannon or something that keeps them in your combo, or just keep them in their in the combo forever and ever until they vanish. It's based on your build. Like, I have 125 strike, or I mean 125 basic, so I'm gonna probably want to keep them in my combo forever because that's where I get the bulk of my damage. In addition, I'm gonna expand into something else. Have a goal. Not only a plan, but have a goal. And what I mean by that is, like what do you want? What do you want to do that would make you satisfied? Now, a lot of people, they just go in, they're like, I'm gonna do damage, and I'm just gonna do this and that, and hit them, and I don't know, I guess stamina break them, and, you know, kill them or something? No. What I mean is, so, like for instance, for example, my goal is to, for my character, my female Earthling, because I'm the best female Earthling, my whole goal is to complete a combo. Complete a combo, a basic combo. Now, I know that's very simple, but hear me out. Like, most people just put 125 in strike or Key Blast, so they're not getting to the bulk of their damage until they get to the super. Now, once I notice that, I'm just gonna take some damage, you know? Like, and you're not gonna do any. So most of the time, I'm gonna take your hits, and you're gonna be at a loss, because I'm gonna take the hits, and then I'm gonna evasive the super, at that point, you're not gonna know what to do. You're gonna like, fuck, well, there goes my plan out the window. So have a plan. So like, let's say you're a 125-inch Ki Blast. So do half your combo and then do a Ki Blast super, you know? Now I know that constitutes as kind of spamming, but I mean, it is what it is. You put 125 in Ki Blast for a reason. You're gonna wanna kind of spam it, kind of use it over and over again. Your goal is to get that super up. So, but next thing, if you are 125 in basic like I am, you're gonna wanna kind of finish a combo because the last hit usually does the most damage. And then after that, for me, like if I get a combo on you, I'm satisfied. So if you evasive out, I'm not that hurt. But if you don't, I'll just use times 10, and that's my specific build. It does something. I'll do times 10, and that's extra credit, you know, cherry on top. Or you could do just half basic and half supers. At that point, you'll probably, you know, want a mix of keeping them in a combo and also having a high damaging super, so on and so forth. So yeah, have a plan, you know, do your combo into super, and then have a goal. Be satisfied with the combo, so on and so forth. Now we're getting into kind of the mediums, so this next one will kind of segue from the last tip. Reason for it, it's very similar. So have a plan when you stamina break someone. Now, a lot of people, they just kind of wing it. Like, if I stamina break you, I'll wing it, and that's what new people do. But obviously, like, you have to have a plan. Like, what I mean by that is, once you stamina break someone, go through a sequence of like combos or supers that you're going to do when you stamina break someone. Now, most of the time, people's plans fall apart when they don't have enough ki. So obviously, it's like do some basic and then go on with a super or maybe an ultimate or something. But in training mode, and I highly recommend this, you do this in training mode. So stamina break the opponent, whoever you have, and then do as much, see how much damage you can get in one stamina break. Like for me, for my female Earthling, the most I can get out of a stamina break is me doing my full Y combo, doing a Ki Blast to continue the combo, and then doing an ultimate right before they, you know, their stamina comes back. Now, again, I highly recommend do this in training mode and practice doing it over and over again. That way you can tell the timing of how quick you can do an ultimate from, like, you know, all the basic or whatever. Or, let's say you do have enough super, have a side plan of, oh, if I have full ki, then I could just, you know, do ultimate. Now, that's kind of annoying, but it's whatever. But anyway, yeah. Have a plan when you stamina break someone. It will be so much easier if, you know, you plan out what you're gonna do and, you know, do it in training mode. Now, we're in kind of like the medium because, you know, it's a simple idea of, like, you know, hit your opponent, hit them with stuff, force them to get their stamina down, stamina break them, so on and so forth. Now we're in the medium, more advanced, to where you know the game. So this next thing is going to segue from the last thing, kind of. It's the same idea, but with something different. So, have a plan. It's the same thing, have a plan, but have a plan where they're on low stamina. And by low stamina, I mean just, you know, when they don't have stamina. I don't mean stamina broken, I mean when they can't vanish anymore. Now, you're gonna come with a lot of situations at which people will have, like, you know, like 5 bars of stamina or something. So you stamina break them and then you can't kill them, and they come back, so on and so forth. Or maybe even a female Majin 3 bar, but those are kind of nerfed as of recently. But anyway, yeah, have a plan for when they're on low stamina. For me, as I said, the plan might even be the same as if you stamina broke them. Just do a combo and see what happens. Like, I'd say like 50-50 of players. Half of players just take the damage because, again, they want stamina, so they're going to eat some damage and take it. A lot of players obviously vanish, so you have to find that yourself. See if they'll vanish, so you might want to stamina break them or whatever, so on and so forth. But anyway, yeah, have a plan. For me, it's just, you know, get through a combo and then do an ultimate. That's where having a high damaging ultimate comes in. But anyway, yeah, have a plan for when they're on low stamina. Another thing, segueing from the last tip, bait out stamina. Now, obviously, it's like, oh, you hit them and they're gonna vanish anyway. But if they're the type to, you know, conserve their stamina, you know, me. I'm the type to just conserve my stamina, so on and so forth. Bait out their stamina. What I mean by that is just, you know, in the middle of your combo, throw out a high damaging super, and most of the time it'll bait them to use their evasive or something. So if you really want their stamina gone because the bulk of your damage just comes with, like, you know, throwing out an ultimate when they're stamina broken, then, you know, just in the middle of your combo, just throw out a high damaging ultimate, or baiting out their stamina, just throw out a stamina break in the middle of it. Now they might actually, like, not vanish and you'll get the early stamina break. So by then I recommend just have a plan when that happens, so you could just, you know, do really quick stuff. But yeah, just throw out random stamina break and they'll vanish, and now they'll have no stamina, and then go from there. This next tip is about builds, kind of. So this video is a tips video, not a builds video, so you use whatever works for you. If you want to just put 125 in Ki Blast or Strike and win the game, then, you know, go you. Or if you want that type of video, then go on YouTube and look it up. But this is a tips video. But one thing that I see people struggle with, so that's why I'm putting this tip in, is it's just they don't know what to put for their builds. Like they have 125 in Strike or something, and they're just like, oh, I'll just put high damaging strike moves. But after that, they're like, I can't land it. So what's the point in having 125 in strikes? Well, I'm gonna tell you a build you can make. Like a base. Basically like a foundation for all builds you ever make. Unless you just, you know, want to have whatever you want. But anyway, so the base you should have, like, okay, the first super you should always have it, and this is one thing I recommend for all players, new and old, good and bad players. Backflip or afterimage. Now for me it's backflip. I'm backflip gang forever. That's one super that I will always have, because for one, you know, they're evasives like Fake Blast or Super Explosive Wave. People sometimes just like to spam evasive, so you can have that against them. And for two, if you learn how to key cancel, but key canceling doesn't, you're still stuck for like a few frames when you key cancel, so you need something faster. And using one stamina bar to get out is, you know, it uses 1 bar of stamina, so, you know, backflip, afterimage is your next thing. Next thing for a build, for base of the build, is have a high damaging thing. I know that's very obvious because, you know, that's something everyone wants to do. Just, oh, this does a lot of damage, so have something high damaging. On my main preset, I have ×10, you know, after I do my 125 in basic fucking 8k combo on you. Next, I'm gonna do a 6k high damaging times 10, and you're probably either out of stamina or whatever else, so you're gonna take it, and you're gonna take 10k. Next super is an escape super, and by that I mean something that helps you, something that isn't either afterimage or backflip, something that, at which you replace a key cancel with, like let's say Super God Shock Flash, or Fate Crash, or Rocket Tackle, something that has super armor or iframes, like something that you can escape with. Like let's say if your stamina broken and you need a way out and you just don't want to use backflip, then you know, just use the super that has super armor or iframes. And the next thing is a move that catches people, and there honestly aren't that many. Strike isn't very good for it. I can't think of anything off the top of my head for Strike, but for Ki Blast builds, that would be, you know, moves that you just throw out that catches your opponent. Now, it could just be any move that is quick, you know, like Masenko or Energy Wave combo, or even Kamehameha maybe, but I'm talking about moves that you want to catch people to put them into a combo, like they get stunned or something, like let's say Dodon Ray, or a better version of Dodon Ray, Death Beam, or I Beam, anything that isn't just you trying to, you know, use only the length of your arms, your grubby little mitts, you know, some super that catches people. But anyway, yeah, so to summarize, backflip or afterimage, a high damaging move, an escape move, and a move that catches people. Bonus points if they, you know, if they mix in or they coincide. Like Feint Crash is 3 things: a combo finisher, combo extender, and an evade move. I don't know what to call it. But anyway, yeah. Next tip, very simple, easy one. Have a build that you fall back on. A build or a character that you fall back on. Now, I mean, you're boring as hell if you just pick Hit. Or any of the top 5 characters. If you want to, though, I'm not trying to tell you how to play. You paid for the game, but anyway, have something, a build that you fall back on. Now, don't be one of those players that just make interesting and combos or whatever. Have a build that you get serious with, you know? That way, if you win, then, you know, you can actually say that you were trying, and or if you lose, you could say you lost legitimately. But yeah, have a build that you fall back on. Be ready to lose and learn to lose. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, first and foremost, I mean, you can be cocky if you want, but I wouldn't recommend it. Don't always go into a match thinking you've won. Admit when you have lost. Everyone's initial reaction to losing is, you know, complaining about lag or whatever else. I mean that's my reaction. I want to complain about lag, but sometimes when people win against me, I just gotta, you know, put my hands down and admit it. Hey, he beat me fair square. So learn how to lose and accept your losses. It's okay to be mad, obviously, but don't take it to heart. Don't like message them and say that was BS. You didn't actually win or whatever. You know, don't take it too far. Just, you know, get angry for 2 seconds, I recommend, and after that, just go on to the next opponent. Hell, even during the match, just accept your loss. If you're on low stamina, they're on high stamina. Still try your best, but accept loss even if you're not stamina broken or something. Some people, they can't even accept loss when they're stamina broken, so they lag switch. That's dumb as hell. Clown activity, okay? So just learn how to lose and learn how to take a breath and accept your losses. Understand the characters and their tier list. It will give you a good idea as to if you're gonna win or lose, or if they don't care about cheesing you, so on and so forth. Like, let's say they pick a top 5 character like Hit or Cooler or someone. At that point, you know, you can just go all out and because they pick the top 5 character, the most powerful, you know, Fake Blast, Hit, so on and so forth. You can go out and cheese them and spam them, so on and so forth. So know their tier list and everything in between. Like, you pick, let's say, a Cyberman and they pick Hit, you're not gonna win. Just so you know. But anyway, yeah, like, you pick PyCon and someone else picks Hit. Again, not gonna win, but it is okay to try your best. That way, you know, the loss is a little less deepened. If you think that PyCon, if you don't know the tier list and you think the PyCon is best character in the game and someone picks a Cyberman against you, and you know Cyberman is the... Understand how the lag works in this game. Now that could be more of a newbie type, like, tip, because a lot of noobs, they just don't understand that their combos aren't going to work because it's lag. But yeah, understand how the lag works. Understand that what you see is not what your opponent is doing, but probably you're looking into the past, you know, so on and so forth. Just try and sit down and think, okay, how does the lag work in this game? Like, if they step forward, is it actually, like, perfect? Like, if it's a 1-bar connection, what's gonna happen? Combos are gonna drop, shit's not gonna work out, their grab range is gonna be way further. And this is another tip that I'm gonna say to my friends. You all know who you are. You guys complain about lag all the freaking time. Stop it. Just understand. Yes, Broly grab spam is invincible in 1-bar. Yes, you're gonna get a lot of false hit confirms, so on and so forth. Understand how the lag is gonna work. Now, this is kind of gonna be a short personal tip, but against 1-bar connections, just don't try. Just, like, try your best to have fun, you know, because this is a personal tip that I do. Just don't try against 1-bar connections. It's not worth it. It's not worth it to lose against a 1-bar and then think, oh, I can beat them. No. You come across a cheeser, let's say, someone with 10k TP and they're a 1-bar connection, you lost. You lost as soon as you went into that room, and just try your best to, you know, lose while having fun, you know, just spam against them, see how far you can get, you know, just don't try against 1-bar connections. I highly recommend it. You'll find better connections. Now, this next tip is just gonna come with, it's just gonna come with kind of experience, whether it be, like, against, like, one character or all of them. Know the strengths of your character. In this game, we have a wide range of characters with many strengths, whether it be simple strengths like, oh, this person does a lot of key blast damage, or this person does a lot of basic, and also strengths that aren't that clear. What I mean by that is, like how they burst dash, or how fast they fly, how fast they are, how fast they step, if they have a lot of stamina, how fast their Y combo is, how fast their basic combo is, how fast their elbow is, like, by elbow I mean, like, just, you know, flying around and, you know, hitting them with their elbow like Hit does, dummy Hit. How much their grab does, so on and so forth. Know the strengths of your character. Like, let's say you're playing with Broly. Obviously, you're gonna be grabbing a lot. So, or say you're playing with a male Earthling. Obviously, you're gonna be up close and X-Ying all over the place. Or say you're with a female Earthling. You're gonna be burst dashing a lot. You're gonna be flying. You're gonna be mid-range, so on and so forth. Know the strengths of your character. His next tip is going out to tryhards and people who just do one thing in PvP over and over again. Play different areas of the game. I mean, like do different things. Don't just go into ranked every day, 24/7. Pick your male Earthling and just do that all day, every day. I mean, again, you do what you want. You paid for the game, but I highly recommend it. This is my feeling. This is what I highly recommend. You want to get better at the game? Play some low tiers. explore more of the game. Play PvE. Play parallel quests. I know we've all done that at some point because, I mean, everyone needs to do that to grind. But say you're done grinding, I mean, still do some parallel quests, you know? Just try out low tiers against the PvE. You'll learn new stuff, new combos, the more you play with the characters, and you might learn something new just, you know, playing areas of the game, and you might learn a character that you really like. So yeah, just play different areas of the game, please. Just stop going into freaking ranked every single day and picking hit over and over again. I don't know how that's fun to y'all. Small tip, but take a break off the game every so often. I mean, it's a really fun game. It's a really good PvP. In fact, it's probably the best Dragon Ball PvP game in terms of like realistic to the anime. But yeah, it's fun, I know, but take a break sometimes. You don't want to stress yourself out too much. This game is very cheesy. Nerf yourself. Nerf yourself. This is a Dragon Ball game. I know we're all trying to be as strong as we can, so we're trying our absolute best to get the most damaging builds, so on and so forth. But you want to fight with your friends and you're like, oh, I'm not strong enough. How do I get stronger? I mean, that's why you came to this video, right? You want to get stronger, so you want to learn how to get better at the game. To do that, that's not picking the best thing, you know, because if, like, let's say someone picks Krillin against you and you're always running your male Earthling XY, you're carried. You pick the best thing, you're carried. You're always just doing one thing, you're not gonna have fun with the game. Kind of like the last tip. Please just try other things, have fun with the game. But this tip is about just nerfing yourself, dude. It really does help. Like, that's one of the reasons why I think this game is so cool, is because I literally went into ranked. Like, okay, for example, when I started this game, to train, I went into ranked with no supers. Just my female Earthling, very medium type CAC, no supers. Just an evasive and a limit burst, and that's all I went. Just nerf yourself, that way when you actually add the supers on, it increases your power rather than if you, like, let's say, go as hard as you can and then you pick something else, you're lowering your power level. No. Do your best with the worst characters and then go higher and higher. I've literally seen people, like, take that tip from me. Only pick, like, no supers, or just, I don't know, pan with no supers, or a low tier cast, and then they pick, like, let's say hit or something, and they're way better. So yeah, nerf yourself in this game. It's a Dragon Ball game, dude. That's what you want to do. Just put on 40-ton weights, you know? Have fun with the game. Have fun. Please, just, you know, sometimes just charge up, transform, go, I will defeat you. Have fun, roleplay, shit like that. Have fun. Have fun. Ain't that serious? It's a game. Have fun. Oh my god, it's not that serious, bruh. This next tip is the opposite of the last tip or two. If you're one of those people who only pick low tiers, like let's say your character is a female Saiyan and you're going around just, you know, only female Saiyan and around, only picking low tiers, like, I don't know, let's say, Gohan Teen or something, or Krillin, every so often, just, you know, have a top 5 character to fall back to, or learn many other characters. I know this game, it's very simple to learn all the characters, but, you know, just have a top character that you fall back to. That way you're not fully, you know, that way if you want to prove yourself to someone, or you want to actually beat someone, then you have, I don't know, let's say Jiren to fall back to, or Few to fall back to, you know? Have a top character that you just fall back to for purely winning. Next tip, have understand that this game isn't just fully about, you know, ultimates and supers and the moves and the transformations. You want to do PvP, you want to win PvP, learn the base of the game, learn the fundamentals of the game. The fundies, and what I mean by that is, you know, learn, like, for instance, we are actually given iframes inside of burst dashing when you press the 2 buttons and it tracks your opponent. That full way we're given iframes inside of. We're also given iframes in the start of flying, like you just hold the button and then you fly around, you know. We're given iframes in jumping. And when you're going up and jumping, we're given iframes. So on and so forth. Learn how fast your character, I don't know, your character moves, steps. Learn the fundamentals of what everyone can do. Learn what key stunning does and how fast you can get to people by key stunning. So on and so forth. Learn the fundamentals of the game. What's up? This is future Stormblaze, editing Stormblaze, I don't know. Thank you for turning into this video. If you watched through that whole thing of me rambling, for one, I commend you. Why the hell did you do it? Secondly, let's say if you comment, if you comment, Storm hella cute though, I will pin it. First person to do that, I will pin it. Secondly, I realized that all the tips I have, like, that's half the tips I have. I will make a part 2, definitely, to how to PvP in this game. Hopefully it taught someone something, but anyway, if you like the video, please like it, subscribe, and thank you all for joining the streams. But if you don't, and what you doing? Why not? Yeah, anyway, so join the stream, join the Discord, all that good fun stuff. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you some other time. See you.